Hi, Brad Hunter here. I'm just going to talk about Notebook LM and I'm going to show you how to set one up and it'll just take a couple of minutes. So if you bear with me a bit, we'll just walk through Google Notebook LM and have a bit of a discussion about why it could be so valuable to collaborative professionals of all types and I think any professional. So I'm going to share my screen and I want to show you um, this is the opening screen for Notebook LM. So what I would invite you to do is you'll need a Google account. If you have a Gmail account, that will be easy to do. This is the free model. There's no cost to one version of it, although there's some issues about confidentiality. I wouldn't rely on it for day-to-day work, but it still is a good illustrative model for you. So what you would do to go there is if you have a Google account, you'll type in Notebook LM and you'll come up with this screen. And then you can see there's a try Notebook LM, which would pop up Notebook LM and a new screen for you. So I'm just going to go to what that looks like. And right now I've got to the Notebook LM screen. And it's got something called Create a New Notebook. There's the anonymous family, where I've got some material for, but I'm going to create a new notebook. These ones at the top are publicly available ones you can go through that have some interesting information in them if you want. But let's just say you want to set up a Notebook LM instance for a family. So I'm going to hit Create New Notebook, and you'll get this screen. And the first thing it wants you to do is to add sources. You can add up to 50 different sources. Sources can include things like PDF files, Google Docs. There's different ways to load those up. Various Microsoft files and the like can be uploaded as to one of your sources. You can get up to 50 in the free version, 300 in the um, paid version. And when I say 50 different sources, you'll see that you can do websites and YouTubes. You can put in text. But each source is enormous potentially. For example, if you did nothing but text, something like 50,000 pages of materials could be put in one source. You could stack a bunch of Google um, or a bunch of Microsoft Word documents together and the like. So when I say 50, it's 50, but at a practical level, from my perspective, it's more or less limited. So it says upload sources. So we've got to find some sources to upload. So let's get started here. So I'm going to upload sources. And here we are. I've already preloaded this, but it's the fake family. I'm doing a family law case involving the fake family, and one of my clients is one of the fakes. And you'll see there's Training Solutions Inc., which is their company. We've got some pension statements there. We've got a bank statement, credit card statement, some asset lists. We've got T4s for them for 3 years, a bit of a family narrative, some family assets, a family log, basic information, etc. So how do I upload them? Well, I just click on them, and these are all PDFs to just make this easy for me. And you'll see on the left as they're all uploaded. And magically, how long did that take? We have um, all of the fake people. So I'm just going to say, give me a summary. And this is what they call a retrieval augmented generation. It's an AI, but what this AI does is it just limits its inquiries to these files that I've uploaded, which are somewhere around 20 files, I believe. All right, so give me a summary. It's taking a minute to go through things. And this summary synthesizes the information available regarding the fake family, focusing on the relationship chronology, family circumstances, employment. So we have Pat Fake, who's 41 years old, Taylor Fake, who's 39 years old. Um, and they've been together for many years. They started cohabiting. This is all information available in these documents. October 1, 2009, they were married in 2011. They separated July 1st of this year of 2025. It goes into talk about their children, Riley and Quinn. Riley is not quite 13, is excellent at school and a hockey player that's fairly expensive. Quinn has an autism issue. You'll see it bold some of those. Tells a bit about the family history, tells about their employment, tells about their company. And I did that in real time. So you tell me how long that took. It gave a complete asset summary, et cetera, et cetera. So that's wonderful. I've got all that. Now, there's different things I can do with that. I could copy it there. I could say whether it's a good answer or a bad answer, but I'm going to save it to a note and that'll record all this information. I'm going to ask a couple more questions. You'll note there's some things called an audio overview and a video overview, a mind map. I'm not sure how those top two are helpful in a family law case. We've got a mind map process, maybe demonstrate later, reports. Now, this is often designed to assist people in an educational program. You load up a bunch of information where you're trying to learn, and you can generate flashcards and a quiz. But let's just see if we can generate a quick report. I want something called a briefing document, so I'll just ask for that. And you'll see starting to generate that report. Maybe it'll get done in time or not. Okay, we've got these things here, and I'm maybe going to ask some other questions here. So what do we need to do? I'm going to say, tell me more about the company. And it's thinking, or I guess it doesn't think. And it talks about Training Solutions Inc., which is the fancy name for their company. It's the central component of the fake family assets. They share ownership of the company shares. It's a comprehensive overview of the company. Talks about when it was originated, what its purpose was, what its revenues are. And again, all of this is coming from these roughly 20 documents that the fake family put together. It's a summary of some fake interview notes. Some fake dates have been taken into it. There's fake financials and tax stuff. So we look at that. And they talk about the role of each of the parties, and we can go from there. It talks about the total assets, the line of credit, the seed money. Okay. So all of a sudden, I've got all these things. And what's interesting to look at is see all these numbers? They're footnotes. So I can simply click on number 4, and it says in the family narrative, number 4 states there are a number of irritants involving Pat's new partner. Well, what does 8 say? Employment, it's from the simulated T4. It's gathering its information from there. So not only can you do all of that, but it comes back to um, you can actually trace back to the documents you have. So if you have an actual case, this is like putting an AI on top of all of your documents. Now I see I clicked the briefing note and it's now developed a briefing note. And it's got a briefing note. It's got an executive summary already prepared. Comprehensive views, Pat and Taylor. They've been together since October. Talks about the relationships. Pat, Taylor, Riley, Quinn. It's got the chronology there. It's got the children's names. It's got the parenting dynamics, parenting arrangement to set out a financial overview, set out the family assets, set out, etc. That's pretty impressive. That took how long? Again, this is only good time. And finally, the last thing I'm going to ask it is, who are the lawyers? Let's just push the button there. And I represent Pat Fake and a fellow by the name of Brian Galbraith. I don't know if I've ever heard of him before. Represents Taylor. So I would just like to say that's a very brief introduction to how you would set up a file or a notebook LM for a family or for a case. You have to be comfortable with confidentiality. You have to be that you're okay with it, that your client's okay with it, and that you're using the right products. You have to have some comfort with your belief in AI, etc. But it's as simple as that, and you get answers that quickly. Thanks very much, and hope this is helpful.